Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be an extended weekend reading, looking at the energy surrounding us during the weekend of April 27th through the 29th, 2018. For the reading, I'll be pulling 3 cards plus 1 card from the bottom of the deck for the overall energy for the weekend from the Sun and Moon Tarot deck by Vanessa Decort. And I will also take 1 oracle card from the Earth Magic Oracle card deck by Stephen D. Farmer. Remember, as I always say, these readings are general in nature, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you could take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you will find the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing for the readings. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Another quick announcement, I am working on the May monthly readings, so those should be out hopefully by this weekend. And also there will be an additional video for the full moon happening at the end of April and a separate video for the full moon free tarot reading giveaway that I do each full moon, so be looking out for those. Right, so let's get started. I have already been shuffling off camera and have meditated off camera, but I'll give the cards a few more shuffles. Spirit, what do we need to know? What are the messages for the weekend of April 27th through the 29th? What are the messages? What are the energies surrounding us during the weekend of April 27th through the 29th? What do we need to know? What are the messages for the weekend of April 27th through the 29th? Alright, divide the deck into 3. And here we go. So our first card is 7 of Pentacles. This is in the past position. Followed by the Prince of Swords in the present position. And the outbound energy for the weekend is the 3 of Pentacles. The card at the bottom of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. Lots of Pentacles energy going on here. Okay, let's put that one there. And we need 1 additional card from the Earth Magic deck. So Spirit, what additional message do you have for the weekend of April 27th through 29th? 1 card, 1 additional message for the weekend of April 27th through the 29th. Right, and we have as our card Dance, Celebration. Beautiful. Woman's looking so happy. Love that. And actually, if we look at the overall energy card, the colors are pretty similar. And the 6 of Pentacles in this deck is called Success. And then we have the beautiful woman dancing here next to it. So, all right. So starting off here, let's start off in the past position with this 7 of Pentacles. So the Suit of Pentacles is earth energy and has to do with the things here in the material realm, such as, our jobs, the money that we earn from the work that we do, has to do with our home, our family, has to do with education, knowledge. And this, the 7 of Pentacles, usually it speaks of, you've worked long and hard at, doing something related. For example, if this has to do with your finances or in your career. I'm sorry, let me lower the camera. Sorry about that. There we go. Now we can see everything. I usually lower it before I get started. There. Yeah, that's better. So usually we think of it as, you've been working long and hard, you're feeling good, you've managed to, to save up money, you've managed to accrue a certain amount of wealth, you've achieved a certain amount of success, and then you kind of take a step back and think, all right, now what, and, sort of reevaluate or evaluate what you have achieved so far and possibly reevaluate, next steps. Are you, if you continue on the same path that you're on, will that get you to the Ten of Pentacles, right? Which is a card of material, financial success and abundance and stability. So it usually has to do with, taking a look, sort of taking stock of your life, of what you've achieved, of how things are going, and then, possibly adjusting your sail a little bit, right, to see if you're still heading in the right direction. So it could be, you might have reached some type of goal or milestone, in your career, in your finances. But then again, you're sort of looking at, where am I going? And then, thinking about what work is required for you to achieve what you ultimately, what your end goal is. Now, in this deck, the card is called Failure, but it isn't a card of failure, right? It's a card that has to do with a fear of failure. And so the message really with this, from this deck is that you need to sort of patiently evaluate things, patiently work towards whatever the end goal is, and then release any type of fear of failure. You've managed to make it to this Seven of Pentacles, which is not an easy thing to do. You've worked long and hard to reach this seven, and so releasing if there is any type of doubt or fear of, failure in the sense of not being able to reach your ultimate goal of, say that whatever the Ten of Pentacles represents for you. For some, the Ten of Pentacles could be, the home, right? Being able to have your own home. For others, it could be moving up in the career. For others, it could be having, enough money saved up in the bank that you don't have to worry about, when unexpected things happen, you have the money sort of set aside for that. So it can be many different things, but it's about releasing the fear. You're definitely heading in the right direction. Just keep doing what you're doing, and don't allow, fear to get in the way of things. But this does sit in the past. So you could have, this could be overcoming of some sense, some fear of failure. Which brings us to the present here with this Prince of Swords. And Swords energy is, it has to do with our thoughts. It has to do with how we communicate with other people. It's the suit of the mind, right, of the intellect. So everything that has to do with, setting intentions as well, thinking rationally about things, communicating well with others about, your thoughts or about what your ideas might be. It is also the suit of ideas. And then the Prince. Yes, when we have court cards appear in a reading, they can be actual people, who we might be dealing with, and this sits in the present position. So for some of you, there might be sort of a middle-aged air sign individual, because this Prince, the Prince of Swords, would be, in the traditional tarot, would be the Knight of Swords or Knight of Air. So that could be a middle-aged air sign that you're dealing with. If so, then this would be a Libra or Gemini or Aquarius, male or female. In these general readings, they're not gender specific. But this person is somebody, this person is somebody who is very creative, somebody who's very intuitive as well, right? Somebody who knows how to resolve situations, is very good at, at resolutions, are very good at resolving problems, right? If there's some type of disagreement or something that, needs to be sort of figured out, this person is very good at doing that. The Knight of Swords is also It's a very fast-moving energy, okay? So it's somebody who comes in quite quickly. You see that in this deck, it's interesting because he's on a chariot, which, if we think about the chariot in the major arcana, the chariot is a card of success. But he's being, what's leading the chariot, or what he's in control of here is this large bird, right? This eagle, and it's so fast moving, right? So fast moving, possibly fast moving news of success, or and it's a very on the negative side, this Prince of Swords can be a little overbearing, a little too aggressive. But in general, this is somebody who, he's ready for battle. He's ready to come in and help take care of a situation. If this isn't a person, then this could just be a situation or an event that you're dealing with. So it has to do with, sort of forceful, dynamic thinking, forward movement, which is good because it's moving you out of, if there was any type of doubt or, concern about or fear of failure. Here there might be some unexpected breakthrough. News might come in quite quickly, which, allows you to sort of push ahead and keep going and move forward. And so possibly some type of unexpected breakthrough here, with regards to, your finances or your career. There might be news of, something to do with your career coming in quite quickly. If you've been waiting for news about, maybe this has to do with, a job, or waiting for news from an interview to come in. But it's forceful, pushing forward, keeping going, and then you end up with another Pentacles card, so more Earth energy, but with the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles really has to do with, it can have to do, well, again, it's sort of this reevaluating, right? That's interesting because there are two cards that speak of, possibly reaching like a short-term goal, but then needing to keep going. And so you have that sort of on both sides of this Prince of Swords, because the Three of Pentacles, you can see here in this deck, it's called Works, and it has to do with the artist at work. You can see that there is an artist here, right, working hard at the painting on the wall there. And so it does have to do with sort of knowledge and mastery. It also has to do with some type of, again, success. And we have the success card here and then a celebration. So some type of a success, but that, this success comes from or comes through lots of hard work, lots of, determination and persistence and remaining focused, right? Remaining really focused on whatever this, this goal is for you. So it's kind of not a repeat message, but but I would say both cards here really are talking about, moving forward, especially with this Prince of Swords here, moving forward, keeping your eye, if you have reached some type of short-term goal, feeling good about that, but still keeping your eye on, or looking at what the bigger picture is, and then, carefully planning, remaining determined, and just knowing that with hard work, you can achieve whatever this dream might be, whatever this end goal might be. And for each person, it's going to be different. Like I said, each person has their own idea of, what the Ten of Pentacles is, but it's just, working hard and keeping, feeling good about what you've achieved so far, but still sort of keeping your nose to the grindstone and keeping going and working hard to achieve whatever that goal is. And then you have the success card as the overall energy, right? This is another Pentacles card. So out of 4 cards, we have 3 of the 4 are from the suit of Pentacles. So for many of you, this weekend, there could be a definite focus on your career or a definite focus on your finances, right? Some type of business endeavor, possibly. But the Six of Pentacles, usually we think of it as a card of balance. It's a card that, has to do with giving and receiving. Yes, it can be giving and receiving, actually in the form of material possessions, so you going for a loan, seeking a loan, you repaying a loan, somebody coming to you to borrow money, or somebody repaying money to you. It's that give and take, and it also has to do with balance and understanding that, when you're on the giving end, when you have, especially with this, this energy up here of, you have achieved a certain amount of success, maybe you're in a better financial position to be able to help somebody, so be willing to do that, because, it's all about keeping things in perspective and understanding that when you, or if this is you on the other end, and you need help, you would also want somebody to extend, that hand and offer you something as well. So it's the give and take. Sometimes it has to do with it's the card of this one only shows one person, which is interesting, because usually on the Six of Pentacles, there's it's sort of the benefactor helping out and giving money to, sort of the prodigy, or somebody who, maybe doesn't have as much, financially speaking, right, as that person. But also it can have to do with giving of yourself, right? Giving of your time, giving of your knowledge. This could be you helping somebody, sitting down, listening to them for a few minutes, giving them words of advice, giving them, your ideas, trying to help them. It can be just volunteering, spending time with others. This is, it doesn't just have to be in the form of money. But in this particular deck, let me show it to you again. It's portrayed as this woman, right? And she has her skirt open, and she's receiving these coins which just seem to be falling out of the sky. So some type of, unexpected windfall almost. And then the card itself is called success in this deck. So there could be some type of reward coming in. For some of you, this could be, financially speaking, money, coming in out of nowhere or very unexpectedly. It can also have to do with you finding success at work. Yeah, pennies from heaven, right? That's what it makes me think of here. So there could be something very unexpected coming in that's definitely going to give your finances a boost over the weekend. And then we have this celebration card here, which is just this beautiful, you're celebrating. Maybe you are celebrating this success. Maybe you're celebrating this, money, this windfall coming out of nowhere. Let me read you the full meaning for this dance card. It's such a happy looking card. Let me find it here. I like to read the full meaning from the guidebook for the oracle cards. Especially for this deck, it has a lot of information crammed into the little guidebook. So let's see. I might have to cut some parts of it out because it's quite long. So about the card itself, it says, this woman is dancing an ancient story, one that has been handed down for centuries. She's acting out this story through her movement, choreographed by the collaboration of tradition, ritual, and her own spirit. The sacredness of any celebration is dependent upon the quality of spirit that is present. The quality of spirit is greater to the degree that you are fully present with minimal inhibitions about expressing your joy and happiness through physical movement. Focus on what you want to celebrate. Put some music and dance, whether slow or fast. Sing a song while you do so. Make up one about what you most have to celebrate. The wish for everyone is to enjoy their time on earth, and part of that wish is to celebrate your capacity to be joyous and express it through your body. Whether in private, with a small group of friends, or a large communal gathering, let music, song, and dance be a part of your sacred ceremony regardless of what you are celebrating, for truly any celebration is sacred. So again, there seems as, for some of you, there might be a reason for celebration this weekend, right? And it could definitely have to do with success in the workplace, or, you celebrating some type of unexpected win as far as finances go. I mean, and this could be something as simple as, playing, like you never play the lottery and you decide to play it and, you win $10 on it. It doesn't necessarily have to be, huge amounts of money, but some type of financial gain, success around the workplace, could come from a significant and quite sudden breakthrough within the workplace. But, releasing fears, keeping focused on what the end goal is, But then overall, there's this, wonderful success card and celebration. So looks like it's going to be a good weekend for many of us. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you again for joining me here today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.